from India to Europe, Netherlands, Chaitali Debi.
Thank you, Rituparna. Good afternoon once again, good evening once again. I probably am still in the Amsterdam time zone. It is a very special moment for me today, not only because this book is launched, but because it was launched by my professor. It was launched by Bashavi ma'am. I had the great privilege of being her student. So this is just a dream come true moment for me. I never knew when I was working on this book that this will be launched by my dear Bashavidi. So thank you so much, and it is indeed, I'm so excited today that I could meet her after I think around 25 years probably, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. And of course, I would also like to take the moment to thank all the panelists, everyone who was here, and it was so nice to listen to all the insightful words and insightful comments, feedback, and everything that you spoke about the book and about the authors. It really enriched me a lot. And of course, last but not the least, Shanjukta ma'am has given me a homework, which I am very serious to follow, but when it is going to happen that I don't know, but I'll definitely give I'll keep it in my mind. With that note, I am going to read a very small passage from this particular book. This passage, this chapter is chapter number 26, and the title of the chapter is A Split Creeper. In this particular chapter, we will meet two characters. The first one is the main character, Konok, and Konok's aunt, who actually raised her like a mother. And the situation is very poignant because her mother, Konok's aunt, who actually is kind of her mother, is on the deathbed and she is very sick. So from that point I would start reading. It's a very small passage. A Split Creeper. Sushila's death devastated Konok. She became truly an orphan. After her mother's death, it was Sushila whom she knew to be her mother. Sushila too loved her like her own child. In her absence, a mute void engulfed her, and Konok understood with a broken heart that there wasn't any other soul who would love her like Sushila had. Despite all her faults, Sushila's affection for Konok had been genuine. And although Konok, since her childhood, had an innate love for everyone, nobody else had reciprocated that love to her except Sushila. Even her father, as far as she could remember, also reserved all his affection for Pramod, but she never minded her parents' partiality towards Pramod, for her affection for her brother was very deep and pure. However, Pramod's inability to reciprocate her affection affected her with profound sadness. Why? She would have been perhaps happy if only he noticed her, if only he acknowledged his presence, but her destiny did not grant her the love of his brother. Other than Sushila's affection, she found herself to be slighted by everyone else. Therefore, losing Sushila, the world appeared lost to her. On Sushila's deathbed, Konok had lost her consciousness. When she came round, the deathbed was empty. Wiping her eyes, Konok got up and walked out to find Sushila, her face as expressionless as an image carved out of stone. When he saw the servants and the maids taking Sushila's body to the Ganges for her last rites, Konok followed them in a trance. In the dark night, the young girl fearlessly came to the cremation ground. Her eyes were fixed on the pyre where Sushila lay. As the fire lit her face, Konok observed her face for the very last time. The fire consumed Sushila's mortal body. Unable to bear it anymore, Konok gave out a loud shriek and rushed out of the cremation ground. A while later, as the maids and the servants took a dip in the water, cleansing themselves after the ritual of cremation, a maid asked Konok to clean herself too. Konok was beyond herself, and as the maid helped her to bathe, she agreed. I would just stop here. It's a very short passage, and like Amita said, if you are interested, the books are there. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chaitali. Still a lump has choked inside my throat.